Hey guys, so today we're going back and we're just gonna relax and yeah. But anyways, this is how I accidentally pulled Eli Manning. So as you can see, I was just switching my halfback over to Isaiah Pacheco. I'm not sure if I said his name right, but I'm just doing all of this. And I do not realize what's gonna happen next. So I'm just doing whatever I'm trying to change. I'm just overviewing all of my players. And then a bit later, I set up a match. So I'm just gonna wait a bit. It looks like I'm just waiting, but anyways, we're just getting into it. So I'm just going back over to play. So I'm heading back in. This is where it's starting to get right. Yeah. So I accidentally pulled Eli Manning in probably one of the best packs that has the best value. I personally now really like the AKA Cruise pack. Has a really high chance of getting you a really good player. So, other words, star factors are one of the best things. So, I do not have any superstar X factors, but
And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play.
I have a 98 overall Peyton Manning so far. So I'm moving into the game here. I went for, I believe, a kickoff in the middle. I'm just voice over. So on this kick, I slant it just
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
He goes for a touchback.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Man coverage, depending on how they play. But zone coverage is probably one of the best plays in the use. Normally, I would use a different playbook.
Allen going to go to the air right away. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a first carry for their fullback. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play of who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go.
He tosses it.
Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play, he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
He throws a pick. Right there.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
And then I get an easy pick 6.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
After that, he forfeits, which makes me around, I believe I got around 20,000 coins on this match. But in total, while I was playing these matches, I was just saving up to buy a pack. So it wasn't like that exclusive of a thing, but yeah. But if you don't know, Peyton Manning and all that, they're probably one of the best cards, but I swear, some cards like Justin Jefferson, they're so hard to get a hold on. Like, it's so hard. I've looked over like a couple months already. I've tried to find Justin Jefferson at least like a 95 plus overall, but I just can't find anything. And soon I'm probably gonna pick up Derwin James Jr. I'll probably make a video off of that soon. Anyways, guys, just watch the game, and I'll just voice over when I have to.
When it's all said and done, I'll be one of the greatest you know. The only one left like a by the Uno, but who knows?
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway.
5-yard line. He takes it all the way back
and he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
So, anyways, he's probably going to go for a long shot, I'm guessing, because as a decent quarterback, guessing he's probably going to go on the right. But I'm just going to get as close as I can to his quarterback.
Right to the air
try
is
to get
Mahomes.
an under pressure throw.
And his first pass is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On this, I
On
just
second down, here's Mahomes.
Get in, but his
The guy's man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
This play,
Again to the fullback on the dive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Back in here. He's signaling his team.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 37.
So, we're just getting Nick Bosa really
Mahomes
ready.
looks to throw on
Instead,
third
he tosses
down.
it, catches
He's
it,
got his
and
target. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
He can't really do much because he's just
Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs
there
touchdown.
to stop him.
Well, just about an ideal start to this one offensively because on the road, you want to make sure you quiet the home crowd early. And how do they do it? Nice march to start things off. Let the run game find its footing early. That drive certainly checked a lot of boxes, and they finished it off with a touchdown run.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-0.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So now I'm going to play types. I'm going to go for a quick pass. Quick slants is my favorite. He's guarded it up, so I can't get anywhere.
On first and 10, here's Manning.
I toss it to...
But that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards that time for number 14. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
And quick passes.
Here's Manning to throw.
There.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
I go for, I believe, a cover hold. So now I'm just waiting here.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Now I just have to try to play defense as best as I can.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco.
Gets around 5
Give him 5
yards.
on carry there, and it'll be second down.
He should go for a throw. I was thinking on this play. So
Mahomes going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now here's Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
A positioning flip. He's probably going to run it.
Mahomes throwing on fourth.
He gets
in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And
he's going to have the Chiefs first down by a couple of yards, it would appear, as they're able to convert on 4th and 5.
And then
able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line.
Goes right over there. Doesn't get that many yards.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
He calls for a play.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Deebo Samuel from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Manning. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they are going to take possession.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up what's for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go get to it. It's like that, like that. Never feeling the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. Woman on me, only hit my name on a roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. I am one of one, they can't stand it, but it's true. Sicker than the average, ain't no challenge that's immune. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure.
All right, as we're
With
loading
Charles
in,
Davis,
it seems
as
like he has
always, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
overall,
Charles, you talked
quarterback,
about
96
storylines in
overall,
this one. I think it
halfback,
begins and ends with our two
96
quarterbacks.
overall,
Certainly
I
two of the
believe,
best in the
corner.
business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by
This
for
is
long periods of
decent
time
odds.
without a top-flight quarterback. The
But
way the game is played,
this match,
with all the
it's
responsibility he
going to
has
go
and how the game
really
flows through him, if he's not
I
on the
still
top of
get
his
around
game,
20,000
your team's not going to benefit at
off
all.
this match, which I believe just gets me just enough to buy the pack where I accidentally pull Eli Manning.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. On first down, Manning. And his first look is incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Now 2nd and 9. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Manning.
And yet, of course,
he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. First
I get
down,
lucky on this play by just having just enough time to sack him around the outside.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Howell. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They're running with Gurley. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Todd Gurley unable to get it past the line. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And Manning intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Todd Gurley, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll go for it. It's Manning. He's got his target, the tight end Newsome. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they...
Them racks in, okay. On the block, I'll post up, I can't fade away. Baby, I've been too turned, I don't care about what a hater say. Dark skin, thick, I like the so I named the babe. I'm in it every day.
New drip, I just spent some G's on my attire. These righteous keep on going, but my jeans getting tighter. I went overseas with the swiper. Bad, no, I never seen nothing like her. I'm out for my snipers. Any sudden moving, make it sing like the choir.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Somehow, with my skill, I was able to sack him on the first play with Nick Bosa.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Right away,
Mike Purcell gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Here's the first carry now for Frank Gore. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
He snaps the
Breeze
ball
now.
And gets sacked.
And he's going to go down.
All the way
back in his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
Most of the players I go against, they like to take a right or left.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
No side on the end.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Now look out! And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Manning.
Yet somehow with this good lead.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
I do this.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He finds his man complete. That's Gonzalez. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Here's Breeze. Over the middle, complete. It's Gonzalez. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. on play action. Now Breeze. Flushed out right.
This play somehow.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver.
Right here.
And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it.
My characters, he slapped the ball further. They're like fighting.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because the defense got in. They were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now Manning. He's going to launch this thing right downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
All the way down to my 25.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of it.
Right about here, I know I'm going to lose, so I just go ahead, take things further, and forfeit. It's just the best, but that's what I got to do. So that was the last match that I did. I believe I have like I think 90K after that match. So I'm just looking at this, see all that, Jerry Boss, out of that, okay, rewards, I only get 9,000 from watching, so I got around 20K on that match. I have just enough, 81,000 coins. So right over here, I go to the marketplace, I go to store, right over here, I mean just right over here, I'm just checking, I'm gonna skip it for you guys, I'm just gonna skip right here. I get an 88 second card, I get Marshawn Lynch, honestly, aka I get a 90 overall Eli Manning. And in that moment, I was so surprised. Like, I was jumping up and down in excitement. At that point, I didn't know how I did that. I got probably one of the best cards in the game by my decision, I'd say. But to be honest, that is probably one of the best packs I'd buy now. But it's just shocking. I got Eli Manning right there. And over here, I'm going to give you a close-up. Right there, Eli Manning. Better than Peyton Manning. Right there. If I were to quick sell him, he would go for 410,000 training from that card. So overall, I'd say that's a really good way. And guys, like and subscribe and put on notifications.